This is the Florida High School Athletic Association tennis presentation for the 2014-2015 school year. My name is Will Adams. I'm an Assistant Director of Athletics here at the FHSAA and will be the new tennis administrator. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact me using the information provided. We'll begin by going over some important dates. The first practice date for tennis is January 12th. Preseason tournaments can happen between January 26th and January 31st. The first regular season date is February 2nd, and the last regular season date is March 28th. Your entry lists are due on C2C by 5 p.m. on March 23rd. Those will have your rosters for your district tournaments, which can take place between March 30th and April 4th, depending on what's decided at your district planning meeting. The regional semifinal will be April 7th, and regional final matches will be on April 9th. And we'll have our state finals in Orlando beginning on April 13th and concluding on April 17th. The FHSAA uses USTA playing rules unless otherwise specified in the tennis section of our handbook. We still use the 5 singles and 2 doubles format. I believe there was some talk about potentially changing that to 6 singles, 3 doubles, but that is not the case. We will continue to use 5 and 2. It also looks like we will be keeping the tennis season in the spring. We had opened up some discussions about moving it to the fall, but after sending out a survey, it looks like there's overwhelming support for keeping it in the spring. Beginning with the 2015-2016 school year, at the state tournament, in the team competition, we'll be using a dual match format. This change was decided upon by our Tennis Advisory Committee, which meets every May after completion of the season. The members of the committee discuss any changes they feel necessary to the sport, and then submit those changes to the Athletic Directors Advisory Committee for their review. If you would wish to join the committee or have something presented, please contact your representative. Representatives can be found by visiting the tennis page of FHSAA.org. We now move on to the eligibility section of the presentation, where we will do a brief overview of homeschool students, charter school students, and international students. We ask that for more information, you reference our handbook, bylaws section, and policy section for those topics. We'll begin by taking a look at Policy 36 and the GA4 form. A GA4 form must be completed for any student who transfers attendance to your school at any time during their high school career after beginning the 9th grade at another school. This is the case whether the transfer occurs during the school year or during the summer. We recommend that if you see student athletes outside of your high school team and they don't currently go to your school, you have them complete this GA4 form. Moving on to homeschool students, which are covered in Bylaw 9.2.2. To participate in interscholastic athletics, a home education student must register as a home education student with their school district, register with the school of their intent to participate before the beginning date of the season for the sport in which they want to participate. They must meet the same standards of acceptance, behavior, and performance as the school requires of other participating students. They must certify to the school at the end of each semester that they have the minimum GPA required for participation. They must meet all other FHSAA eligibility requirements, and they must be approved by the FHSAA office each year using the forms provided. Homeschool students approved by the FHSAA can participate at one of the following: the public school that the student would be assigned according to a district school board, a public school operated by the school district that the student could choose to attend according to open enrollment provisions, provided the deadlines established in the provisions are met, a private school that will accept the student for participation, or a home education cooperative to which the student belongs. Charter school students, which are also covered in Bylaw 9.2.2, are eligible to participate in interscholastic athletics as long as they meet the following requirements. They have to meet the requirements of the charter school education program as determined by the charter school's governing board. They must meet the minimum GPA standards that are required of all students. They must meet the same residency requirements as other students in the school at which they participate. And they must meet the same standards of acceptance, behavior, and performance that are required of other students in interscholastic athletics. They have to register with the school their intent to participate before the beginning date of the sports season and must meet all other FHSAA eligibility requirements. A student who attends a charter school that does not sponsor an interscholastic athletic program in one or more sports may participate in the sport or sports not sponsored by the charter school at either the public school the student would have been assigned according to district school boards, or the public school operated by the school district that the student could choose to attend according to open enrollment provisions, provided that the deadlines established in the provisions are met. We now move on to the section on international students, which are covered in Policy 17 of our handbook. We normally deal with two types of youth exchange students, those on F1 visas and those on J1 visas. All youth exchange students must be registered with the association using the EL4. Other documents, such as proof of age, U.S. Customs documents, original language transcripts, and translated transcripts, may also be required. That's a brief overview of tennis and some eligibility questions that have come up. If you have any questions regarding tennis rules or procedures, please feel free to contact me using the information provided. We ask that if you have any further questions regarding eligibility, you contact our eligibility department using the email address provided. Thank you.